Welcome to some brief information about the structure of DNA. The first thing you need to remember is that DNA is a polymer. Like all of the other major biological macromolecules, the polymer form is DNA. That's made up of these little repeating units, and the little repeating units, each one of those is a monomer, right? And the monomer of DNA is a nucleotide. Nucleotides have three different parts. They have a phosphate group, a sugar group, and a nitrogen base. Really, you're going to need to remember those three parts. I have seen on some standardized tests recently, and I don't know if ACT is going this way or not, but they have asked students to identify those three parts. So those are three very key important parts for you to know. There are 4 different nucleic acids found in DNA. There's adenine, which we shorten usually to A, thymine, which we shorten usually to T, guanine we shorten usually to G, and cytosine we shorten usually to C. The interesting thing about these nucleic acids is that they pair up. So A is going to pair with T, G is going to pair with C. And in biology shorthand, we usually call that the straights and the curves, right? A and T are both made of straight lines. G and C are both made with curvy lines. So if you can remember the straights and the curves, you'll always pair your A's, T's, G's, and C's up correctly. DNA consists of 2 different strands. They run alongside of each other. And the strands complement each other. So the A's, here you can see the A pairs with T, the T pairs with A, the G pairs with C, the T pairs with A, and so on across the screen. The strands actually run in opposite directions. So if you can look on this diagram, you can see how we've got our phosphate groups, which are circles, our sugars, which are pentagons, and the bases in the center. And if you look at the sugars, you'll see on the left-hand side, the sugars are all pointing up. And on the right-hand side, you're going to see the sugars are all pointing down. So that's telling us that one strand is pointing in one direction and one strand is pointing in a different direction. So you should be able to answer this question easily in your notes. What would be the complementary DNA strand if we have a strand that is GCGTATG3? Come to class and find out.